Good morning. All right. Oh, good morning, everybody. We got about a minute. I'm gonna wait just in case other people want to join. But I'm in my jammies. I hope you're in yours. I have my cup of coffee and my favorite mug that my sister gave me. I don't know if it's reversed, but maybe they know I'm gay. I don't know. All right, 30 seconds. So if you don't have a mat, that's fine. Just make sure that you have a blanket or a pillow that you can put underneath your knees. We're gonna be on our knees a little bit here, especially if your knees are sensitive. What else do you need? I think that's about it. As long as you have a body, you're pretty much ready to go. So let's jump into it. You're gonna start in a seated position. And I always say this, it's gonna look different for everybody because we all have different bodies. So my comfortable seat is crossed legs. Yours might be legs out. It might be like this. It might be against a wall. Just do whatever you have to do to get as comfortable as you can. You don't want to be distracted by any discomfort or pain. So take a comfortable seat, sit up tall. And we'll just take a second to drop into our bodies. You can close your eyes for this. You can keep them open if you'd like. The fastest way to start to connect our minds to our bodies is to focus on the breath, because the breath is always in the present moment with the body. It's the mind that likes to wander around and travel through time. So just take a moment to notice your breath. And that might mean you breathe a little bit deeper. It might mean that you even out the inhales and the exhales, or you just keep your natural breath. So for the next 30 minutes, we're going to be moving our bodies, waking ourselves up, kind of shaking off the sleep. And you've taken the time out of your schedule to be here, so really commit to being here for the next 30 minutes and use your breath as a tether to keep you connected to your body. Come back to your breath whenever your mind wanders, and it will. But be patient, be loving with yourself. All right, let's take one breath together. Open your mouth, let it go. Close your lips, inhale through your nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top, savor it. And then exhale out through your nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, you can open your eyes if they're closed. Welcome anybody who just joined us. We'll start with our hands on our knees, tall spine, and we're going to start to make some circles with the torso. So we're beginning to warm up the spine. I don't know about you, but I kind of sleep in a ball when I'm in bed. And so my sides are really, really tight. My shoulders are really tight. So this is just a really great, gentle way to start to open that up. Now, as you come around, the chest is open, the shoulders are back, and then when you tip back, you're rounding through the spine. And with every rotation, you're letting the circles get bigger, so that maybe eventually you start to feel it in the hips more. Maybe you let the head circle around, let it get wild, let it get weird. And if you want to match the breath with this movement, you're going to inhale as you lean back, exhale as you come forward. Gonna take one more rotation this direction, whatever way you're going, and then switch, but start off small. So small circles again, and then they start to spiral out and they get bigger. And you start to incorporate more sections of the spine. You incorporate the shoulder blades, the arms, the hips, the legs, maybe even the head. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. side. A couple more rounds. You can move as slowly or as quickly as you feel is appropriate for your body. And then we'll come back to center. Let all that settle in. Inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky. As you exhale, lower your right hand to the floor and start to lateral stretch over to the right. Your right hand can stay where it is, or you might crawl it a little bit further over to the right. As long as your left hip isn't lifting up, you want to keep dropping your left hip down. Keep reaching out through your right fingertips. Big breath into your left side. And then take your left hand to the back of your head. Inhale here, the elbow is lifting up. Exhale, start to twist towards your right knee, dropping your left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, lift your left elbow up, look up maybe. Exhale, elbow to the right knee. Inhale, left elbow up. Exhale, left elbow to the right knee. Lift the left elbow up again. Reach your left hand to the sky. Take one more breath. Nice and slow. Come back up to center. Good. Inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Up and over to your left. Same thing. Keep pressing the right hip down. Keep reaching for the right fingertips. You're going to find that opposite pull of tension a lot through the yoga practice. We're reaching our body, different parts of our body, opposite directions to get a maximum stretch. If at any time your neck is feeling crampy, you can always look down. You can look straight ahead. You might let the head hang. And take your right hand behind your head. Inhale with the chest open. Exhale, twist to your left knee, right elbow towards your left knee. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, close it. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open back up. Reach your right hand to the sky. Take one more breath. Now, nice and slow, come back to center. Good. All right, let's switch it up. We're gonna find a tabletop position. And like I had mentioned earlier, if your knees are sensitive, you might want to use a blanket or a pillow to support your knees. My many years of dancing and sports have made my knees very sensitive, so I like to use a blanket. You're going to take your knees underneath your hips, your wrists underneath your shoulders. Nice column stack. Draw the belly in, lengthen through the crown of the head, lengthen through the tailbone. And this isn't just hanging out, this is active, so you're pushing the hands into the floor and you're kind of rounding through your upper back a little bit. As you inhale, press your belly down, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart, lift your face. Exhale, round your back, chin to your chest. Inhale, belly towards the floor, shoulders back, the face lifts. Exhale, round. This is cow pose, belly presses down, heart lifts. Exhale, this is cat pose. Two more like that, inhale. And exhale. Last one. All right. So you can continue to move through cat and cow if you would like, this back and forth motion, or you can start to move the body in ways that feel good for you. So this is gonna look different for everybody. And I always joke in class, like pretend you're in your room doing this, let it get super weird and squishy and smooth and flow. And since we're all in our houses, you can actually do that. So if you're not sure how to move, just close your eyes and listen to your body. Perhaps some movement comes, perhaps not. Maybe you just want to be in stillness for a little bit. That's cool too. Take one more breath. And then we'll move back into that neutral position, active tabletop position. All right, reach your right leg behind you. The leg is lifting off the floor, the toes are flexed down towards the mat or towards your floor. You want to make sure your right hip is pointing straight down. A lot of the time we want to open this up, and it's a lot easier. You can get the leg higher, but we want the hips in line. So we drop that right hip down. Take an inhale breath here, and then exhale, right knee to the right arm. Can you tap the elbow or maybe above the elbow? Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, bring your right knee in towards your elbow. Inhale, right leg back. Right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, right leg back. Now, right knee to the right elbow, and step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So we have both of our hands to the inside of the right foot. All right. Left hand is going to stay down on the floor or onto a block if you have it, or a book. And you'll start to reach your right hand up towards the sky. So taking another variation of a twist, but adding that deep stretch through the front of the left thigh, the psoas. I'm going to send your breath into the areas that are feeling really tight for you. And see if on the exhale you can soften, maybe not that area specifically, but something in your body. Could be your face, could be your shoulders. One more breath here. And then slowly lower your right hand back down to the floor. Good. Swing your right leg back behind you, knees in one line, plant your hands into the floor. We're coming into a plank position, so you tuck your toes, start to lift your knees off of the floor. This is a high plank. If you want to modify this, knees drop back down to the floor, but they're behind the hips. So the hips are forward, the knees are back. Most of the weight into the arms. Crown of the head reaching forward, starting to build some heat right away here. Draw the belly up, press the floor away. Take a deep breath in. Now nice and slow, as if you never wanted to end, you're gonna lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way to the ground. Untuck the toes. So very light to no pressure in the hands, low cobra. You're using the strength of your back body to lift your heart. On your inhale, start to lift. Shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, lower down. Now take your hands out a little bit so they're wider, and cup your hands so you're creating like this claw, fingertips to the floor, center of the palms up. Press your feet down. Inhale, press into your fingertips. Lift your heart again, look up, and then exhale, lower back down. If that's feeling crunchy for your lower back, don't go as high, okay? Take an inhale, lift your heart up again. Engage your legs behind you. A little bit of a back bend, and then exhale, lower everything back down. Good. I'm gonna remove my blanket for this next one. You're gonna bring your arms alongside your body, palms down on the floor, and squeeze your legs together. So it's called locust pose. So really strengthening the back body. On your inhale, press your feet into the floor, start to lift your chin, lift your hands, and your feet can stay down, or maybe you start to lift your feet up away from the floor. Relax the neck, relax the face. Keep drawing the arms down. Couple more breaths. One more. And then exhale, lower everything down to the floor. On your inhale, press up, tabletop position. I'm gonna go into second side. All right, wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We start in neutral. Lengthen your left leg behind you. Left hip is turning down. Turn down for what? Turn down for alignment. Okay, take an inhale breath, and then exhale, left knee to the left arm. Inhale, left leg back, left knee to the left arm. Inhale, left leg back, left knee to the left arm. Left leg back, inhale, left knee to the left arm, and then you step the left foot forward, both hands on the inside of the left foot. Okay, right hand stays down. Again, you can use something to support. Left hand reaches to the sky. When I say reach, I really do mean reach. Extend through your fingertips. Find your breath. Use it to explore your body. One more inhale, one more exhale. And then lower your left hand down to the floor. Slide your left leg back. Coming back into a tabletop position, but right away going into a second round of plank. So either knees stay down, they scoop back, you shift your way forward, or you tuck your toes, lift your knees up, pressing the floor away from you, lengthen through the crown of your head. Booty is not popping up. We're not in the club right now. Booty down. Okay, in line with the shoulders as much as you can. Take a deep breath in, nice and low and slow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck your toes. Low cobra, inhale, lift your heart. We're not coming up too high for this one. Exhale, lower back down. Now take your hands back out, a little bit wider, cup the hands. Inhale, press into the fingertips, lift the heart. Exhale, lower back down. 3 times the charm. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower back down. Take your arms alongside your body. We have a second round of locust pose. On your inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest, your arms. You can stay here if this feels best for your lower back, or maybe lift your legs. And then breathe. If it's available to your body, you might clasp your hands behind your back and slide your fists down your backside. One more breath. All right, lower it down. Press up, tabletop position. We're gonna come to stand. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And we won't be here too long. I do want you to move it around though. Pedal out your heels, shift your hips, shake out your head. And then look forward. Slowly walk your feet to your hands. I'm going to turn to face towards you for a second. Take your feet hips distance apart. You can measure 2 fists in between to make sure. Bend to your knees. Okay, we don't need the hamstrings screaming at us right now, especially since we just woke up. Bend your knees a lot. Let your belly rest on your thighs. Let your head go. And you might keep the hands down on the floor. You might wrap the forearms around one another. You can take a soft sway left to right. All right, release the arms, heel toe the feet together. Take your hands to your shins and start to lift your torso parallel to the floor. And then fold back down, bending your knees if you need. Press into your feet, stand all the way up, reach your hands to the sky. Just for a moment, palms touch, and then we fold right back down. Take your hands down to the floor, step your feet back, lower your knees, tabletop position. All right, let's come back to a seated position. We're gonna take our feet out in front of us, about hips distance apart. And for this one, you can bring your hands behind you to support. I'm going to windshield wipe our knees back and forth. So creating some mobility in our hips. And I want you to go slow for this because I want you to be able to sense any tightness that you're feeling in your hips. Like how easy is it for your femur head, that ball at the top of the thigh, to move around in your hip socket? How easy is it? Or how hard is it? And is there a difference between the left side and the right side? I know mine is for sure. There's a difference for sure. Okay, drop your knees over to the left. And you can scoot your right shin a little bit closer to you. Stag legs. Take your hands to your knees. And we're coming back into that spiraling action we took in the beginning of our practice together. So rotating the torso one direction. And I know the torso is moving here, but this is more about the right hip. Some of you might feel it more than others, how the hip is kind of rotating around that femur head. And now switch directions. Feel what you feel here. Good, now come back to center. Take your right hand to your left knee. Left hand to the floor behind you, sit up tall. As you exhale, slowly twist, belly, rib cage, chest, maybe the face, over to the left. Maybe you look over the left shoulder. And then breathe. All right, come back around. Feet to the floor again. Windshield wipe the shins left to right. Notice if there's any difference already between right side and left side. And drop your knees over to the right. Left shin pulls in, hands to the knees, and then slowly rotate. It doesn't have to be a big circle. And it might not even be a circle, it might be a square. It might be an oval, it might be like some funky shape because your body has some tension build up, some tightness built up. Go slow, take care of yourself. And then back around, other direction. All right, sit up tall, left hand to the right knee. As you exhale, twist over to the right. And we're trying to incorporate the entire spine here as we twist. So it's not just the lower back, it's also mid-back, thoracic, the upper back, maybe the neck if that feels comfortable for your neck. Good, come back to center. All right, so we'll bring our feet to the floor. If you're like me and you got a little junk in your trunk, you might lift it up, move it out of the way so you feel the pelvis bones hitting the floor. Take your hands to the backs of your thighs, sit up tall, and then lean back just enough to feel the torso fire up, or excuse me, the abs fire up. And you might stay here with your hands to the backs of your thighs. You might release your thighs, reach your hands forward. You might reach your hands up. You might take your hands behind you. That's another option. You can keep your feet down. You can start to lean back more, lift your feet up. You can extend your feet towards the sky. So you pick your combination of legs and arms. What works for you? You want to find a place where you're feeling challenged so that you can grow, but you're not so challenged that you check out or that you want to stop, right? So it's just enough to keep you here, to keep you working, to keep you growing. And once you find a position, you don't have to stay with it. You can move this around. Keep chasing your edge. It's always changing. All right, 3 more breaths here. Last breath, keep lifting your heart. All right, good. Take your hands to the backs of your thighs and lower down. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee first. All right, lower down all the way to the floor. All righty. Man, the floor feels good. I can just go back to sleep. Okay, hug your right knee in towards your heart. Left leg can be long, left foot to the floor maybe. Place the bottom of your right foot to the top of your left thigh. Release your right arm down to the floor. Now as you exhale, you want to twist right knee over to the left. Keep your right shoulder blade, your right shoulder down on the floor. Gaze can be up, gaze can be over to your right hand. Keep softening your body. One more breath. And then inhale back to center. Lower your right leg to the floor, hug your left knee in. Again, your right foot can be down on the floor, knee bent. Lower your left arm to the floor. Place the bottom of your left foot to the top of your right thigh. And then exhale, twist. If your mind is wandering, just come back to your breath. Take one more big breath here. And then inhale, roll back to center. Squeeze both of your knees in towards your heart. Press the length of your spine down into the floor. All right, and I'm not going to take Shavasana at this moment because I want to kind of stay high energy. I'm going to take it sitting up. And you can join me if you would like, or lie flat on your back, legs out, arms out. I'm going to roll up myself. Have a seat. And we're just going to take a couple of minutes together in quiet. I don't want to talk, just to reset, to maybe set some intentions for our day, to visualize what it is we want to do with our energy. I know it's really hard being in the house, but this kind of opens up some time for us and some energy for us to do the things that maybe we've always wanted to do but never had enough time or energy. So yeah, stay with me if you can, okay? Couple of minutes, meditation. Sukhi no bhavantu. May all beings be happy, healthy, and free. May all of our thoughts, actions, and speech contribute to that happiness, health, and freedom. And thank you so, so much for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful day and you take advantage of this life that you have. So grateful for you. Thank you. Namaste.